Hello, and welcome to Halo Combat Evolved, the first playthrough stream. This is I was getting chills. I haven't played Halo in a while. The last time I played Halo was when Halo Infinite came out. What has it been now? 2 or 3 years, something like that. And I have it up there. I should actually let me go grab it. Hold on one sec. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. This is actually from, I think, Halo 3. They had like a special edition come out, and there's a stand that's on, and that's where the game came in. And so I think I've got every Halo book ever made. And I don't say that like that to brag or anything, but I've got like the Halo 2 release that was in like that metallic container. By the time Halo Infinite came out, it was all digital distribution at that point. But I played every game. I have sunk an unbelievable amount of time in multiplayer early on. I haven't played it. I probably stopped playing multiplayer with Halo around Infinite. And before that, I was just playing online with random people started to become a big problem for me because of just the toxicity and stupidity that people would have online. I just was like, nah, I don't care for that. I'll play with people that I know, but not with people that I don't know. So, and I'm also just getting older, so not very good with reactions. But anyway, this game is, in this series, is one of my favorite by far. When I got the first Xbox, I got Halo Combat Evolved, and it blew my mind. It was something so different than I'd ever seen before. And I was like, yeah, you're fighting the Covenant, and there's a kind of a sort of story behind it. And then it takes this turn where you run into the Flood. And I remember the first time I saw the Flood, I freaked out. I was like, holy shit, this is actually getting into almost like a horror game. And yeah, it was just like, it really grabbed me. And then playing multiplayer, you couldn't do it in the first game unless you went to somebody's house and you were on a LAN. There was a thing that you could do that people kind of like faked out your local internet connection to make it act like, multiplayer online. I never tried it, but I know some people did, and it did work. But I remember going to people's houses. We'd stay up till 4 in the morning. This was before I had kids. I stayed up till 4 in the morning and just playing non-stop Halo, like 16-player matches and stuff, and it was so much fun. I have so many good memories of this game, just being, just a great series, and I realized, I haven't played all these games in a long time. I think I need to change that. And so when I started streaming, I said, I'm going to start playing all the Halo games all the way through chronologically. So I think that means Halo Combat Evolved 2, 3 ODST, Reach, I think, is next, then 4, and then I'll do 6. And interspersed with those games, once I finish the campaign on those, I'll play a different game that's like a one-off. And the next one I have committed to be, after this, will be Signalis. So that'll be coming next. And then I have a whole bunch of other games I want to play as well. But this one, I will say for chat, you can say whatever you want. You're not hiding secrets from, anything like that. With Hollow Knight, I didn't know the game, and so I was really adamant about people not giving away too much because I didn't want to know too much. This one, I know a lot. I'm not speedrunning it. This will take longer than what you can see people doing these days that do insane speedruns. I can't do that, and I just want to play the game and remember what it's like. So we're going to get into it. Was there split screen and multiplayer? Yes, there was. In the first one, by the way, good to see you, Guy. They had it so you can have 4 mini screens on the screen. And so what we'd end up doing is like having, I don't know if we got projectors that people had or big screen TVs or whatever. We just made it work. Now with 2, I believe you could play locally, but you could literally have 16 people in the network and they could all play on their own machine. So I had like a smaller screen that worked with my Xbox 360, and so I'd go over to friends' houses and then we could all wire up individually. I had Xbox, I think I called them Frag Fests or something like that, at my house where people would come over and we'd play hours and hours and hours. We actually set up a charity Fragathon event in the local Twin Cities area. And we did that with Microsoft for I think Halo 3 and 4. We did one more that only got like 16 people to show up. But the first one, I think we had like 50 or 60 people show up. We had prizes and everything. It's a hell of a lot of fun. I could just never get into Halo. Wolfenstein guy. And that's fair. I mean, you know, like I said many times with games, if you like a game, enjoy the hell out of it. If you don't, somebody might. So, you know, I've never played Wolfenstein. I've been watching Sandwiches do Wolfenstein 2 because he wants to do Mein Leben, which I'm like, God, that's gonna take forever. But I've seen the game. I'm like, yeah, it's interesting. It changes thematic, like not style, but like pacing and story really sharply at times, going from very serious to just almost ridiculously comical. And I'm like, don't know if that's really me, but if people enjoy it, more power to them. You know, do what you like, you know, do what you enjoy. So with that, and if I remember right, 2 and 3 got remasters. Or I'm sorry, 1 and 2, Combat Evolved and 2 got remasters. 3 didn't because they kind of, I think, determined it was good enough. 4 didn't need it. And then, of course, Infinite is not part of Chief Collection, but I'm going to play that anyway. I don't think ODST and Reach did, but again, they might have been considered good enough. We'll find out. Anyway, why is my controller? Let's give it the... There we go. Had to give it the focus. All right, campaigns. Not Reach. Anniversary. I was debating, should I do it in like order that it is in the timeline of the game? That would only have moved Reach, like you saw there, ahead of Combat Evolved. But my older kid mentioned that might be a little bit jarring because of the fact that, you know, how you can use weapons and stuff. Do it as more of a natural progression of how the game's evolved. So, all right, quick start. We're going to do Heroic. I've always played these on a level below Legendary, and hopefully I can still do it. We'll see. My son Hayden, they played all of the Halo games at Legendary. So, tip of the hat. I could not do that. I know I couldn't do that. But we'll try Heroic again. Following record content. Oh. Well, it said it was ready to go. Wait, what is C2? Okay, we'll keep this in mind for the next time, because I was like, well, so what do you guys want to talk about while I have to install 8 gigabytes of software? Jeez, I did not know it was going to do this. It said it was going to be ready to go. Like it said, you know, play. It didn't say install. I didn't realize that coming in here, it would still... it would do all this installation. I'll probably tell it to go and install more stuff later. But we're already at 5%, so I just need to delay enough time until then. Trying to think of some other things. I do have a Halo controller. It's just skinned. I think it was for Reach, if I remember right. Maybe. But it definitely has a Halo skin on the controller. That's not... I just have a It's just a white colored controller that I use here. And what else have I got? I got the helmet that doesn't actually fit on my head because there's just a slot in the middle. The books, I got like all the big like books like the encyclopedia and stuff like that, which my kids were reading a lot, especially my older son. I think read all of that stuff and got into it very obsessively. Did you ever play Quake, Doom, Unreal Tournament, Half-Life, or Left 4 Dead? No, which is maybe surprising to people, but I have not. Well, I didn't play Quake, I didn't play Doom or Unreal Tournament. I did play Half-Life. When the orange box came out, I finally, I played the Portal games. I like those. But I never just played Half-Life, and I finally said, okay, I'll play it. And playing it on the Xbox was not the greatest experience. The controls really bugged the crap out of me. Why is Reach installed? Whatever. Okay. I probably played Wolfenstein and Doom a little bit when I was younger. I might have just played it on somebody's computer a little bit, but I never play them to any significant degree. My gaming story is I grew up, I think my parents, I don't know where my dad got this, but had like a dedicated Pong unit. So you could just play Pong on it. That's it. Okay, we're 21% there. Getting there. That was it. But that really sucked me in. And then I think that eventually died or something. I don't know. But around the time that Atari 2600 became a thing, I wanted to get a console, but I didn't want the Atari. I wanted the Intellivision because I was for the intelligent gamer. Of course, I had to be, I'm smart, so I want the intelligent system. It's stupid in retrospect. So I was like the only friend that had an Intellivision. But the graphics were better and the play was better and it had that disc controller. It was so weird, but it was kind of, it was different. And I played a ton of games on that. And then as I started getting older, I just completely lost interest in playing any type of video games. Like when I was in, I think it was guitar. I think that's what really sucked me in, is I started playing guitar and I just played that more and more. And I was playing in some bands in high school and stuff like that. And, then I got a part-time job when I was in high school and I had a girlfriend, and it's like just didn't have time and didn't have interest. And of course the console wars and all that stuff, everything collapsed at one point. There's really nothing that you could do at home. And then PlayStation came out, and of course Nintendo, but I still wasn't that interested in what was there. For some reason, right after my wife and I got married, I don't know why, I think she was interested in playing Tomb Raider, or I was interested in playing Gran Turismo because I wanted racing games. So we ended up getting a PlayStation. I think it was the first PS. I still have it. It's below me here under my table. But I played Gran Turismo, obsessively. And then she got Tomb Raider and she tried to play that, but she was like so picky and looking at every little thing on the screen going, is that a secret entrance? Is that a secret? And it's like, oh my God. And she just couldn't get Laura to move around very efficiently. And so I ended up playing that and then the next two Tomb Raider games. And then I joined Magenic, which was a consulting company up here in the Twin Cities. And there were some other offices in some other cities. And November 2000, moved up to Minnesota. And one of the things that Magenic did every winter is they had a tech gift, which was really generous. I thought that was great. That's how I got all my Xboxes. Xbox 360, Xbox 360 Slim, Xbox One, and then the Series I had left at that point, and so that one I had to buy on my own. But they had those as gifts. That was just amazingly generous. And so got the first Xbox, got Halo, and just got sucked into it. But yeah, to answer your questions, it's just timing. I think in college I had a computer, like a PC, and I did play a couple games on it. I remember playing the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Eye of the Beholder games, all three of those. That was actually a lot of fun. Me and one of my roommates, we played the first one together, and then by I think the time the other two came out, they were either during the summer or I was already going on to grad school, and so I played those by myself. But those are fun. I really did enjoy those. And I played, like, there's a game called Dark Seed or something that was based on H.R. Giger's artwork, and there was a sequel to it. I played those. There's a golf game that I had on my computer. I had a chess game, and I played those a lot. But yeah, those games I just never get into. When did you start programming? Thanks for these feeder questions, by the way. Well, while we're watching the counter slowly go up and installing this, when did I start programming? So the first time I actually wrote a program, I was in 7th grade. So this is going to give away how old I am. Not that I don't think I've given a specific age. I'm 54. And in 7th grade, God, when would that have been? Try 81, 82, something like that. Maybe 83. I graduated in 89, so maybe like 83 or 84, somewhere around there. My math teacher had an Apple IIe. I don't know which Apple II it was. But it was the one, the white one, and there was one unit had the keyboard. You could put the floppy disk on the side, and then I learned you could cut a notch to make single-sided disks, double-sided, and all that stuff. And I just started writing basic programs, and it was really eye-opening to me. It's like I was starting to learn like pre-algebra at the time, and I was like, I can write a program that will tell me how to solve these things arbitrarily. You just put in the coefficients or whatever, and it just will do it for you. And I think I started writing some very, very simple, you enter a room, you can go north or south, which way do you go, and then you run into this room, oh, you run into a goblin, he swings at you, you take, and then I had to use random generation to figure out the number and keep track of that stuff. So that was the first time I got into programming, and that was all basic. I really enjoyed it, but what I got out of it was computers are definitely going to be a thing in the future. I was convinced that computers were going to be part of everybody's, life. And of course, now we have phones and desktops and laptops and all sorts of things, So, but still, we have these computational devices that we program and use. I didn't fall completely off the deep end, though, and get into writing software. I mostly got into, I knew that this was something that needed to be part of my life, and so I wanted to get really fast at typing because I knew that would probably help. So I had that insight, so I guess I had that going for me. But programming, I was just kind of like on the fence. There's a couple things I took like a programming class when I was a junior in high school, but that was so lame. It was not even like remotely worth remembering. The teacher that did it, she obviously didn't know anything about computers, and it was not a fun class. When I got to college, I got my own computers, and I got into that stuff and playing games, but programming, not really. Not until I got into graduate school. And then when I figured out what I wanted to do as part of my master's thesis, that's when I think the light bulb clicked and went, I want to write code. My master's thesis was written in C, and it's terrible C. It's atrocious C, but it worked. It did what it needed to do. And I think that's when I realized that's what I want to do. So in retrospect, it probably would have been better if I'd got my degrees in like mathematics and computer science, but whatever. I don't regret getting the degrees I had. It was just, when you have degrees in electrical engineering, so why do you want to write software? It's like, because actually my master's is electrical and computer engineering, so it kind of was like, and then this is what I did as my thesis. And so it was definitely a lot more comp sci than it was electrical engineering. In any event, that's when it clicked. That's when I started realizing this is what I want to do. I got my first job working at a place called Quad Graphics in 1995. My title was programmer, and I was writing, I had to take over a program that somebody wrote in Visual Basic 3. And that's how I fell in love and also hated VB for about 5-6 years of my life, and then .NET came out, and that's where I pretty much focused all my time. I did a decent amount of JavaScript early on, and not like what you'd consider modern stuff, like way back in the beginning. And yeah, that's really the story behind my programming. But that's when I started. The first program was somewhere around my 7th grade year in middle school. Speaking of algebra, do you use much math in your day-to-day programming job? If I'm interested in exploring linear algebra, probability, statistics, and calculus. Good question. Man, I should pay you for this. We're almost there, 94%. First of all, do I use much math in my day-to-day job? No. Not specifically at all. I just don't. What I do, both for my day-to-day job and the stuff that I do as open source projects and what I stream on my channel, has very little to nothing to do with math. Now, that's just the way it is. I've never worked for a company that builds products that need a lot of mathematical computation built into them. So that answers that question. If not interested, I definitely have. I mean, I've done stuff like in high school and college, and especially in grad school. For my good, we're there. I'll finish this question and then I'll start. For grad school, the topic I picked was called, and it's actually up there. I still have all my notes too in my bookshelf. And the topic was called large precision arithmetic using the number theoretic transform. That's a lot of gobbledygook. But what I had to learn is rings and the Chinese remainder theorem and Newton's method and a whole bunch of number theory that I had no clue on at all. And I had to learn it on the fly. So it was actually kind of fun and interesting to learn that stuff. And I took 3 years of calc and diffie-hughes when I was in undergrad, and calculus was like, it was okay, but for some reason, like linear algebra, number theory, that type of stuff, that actually grabbed me a lot more interest in being interested in that. Statistics, I had to take a course in grad school. That one semester was very heavy on statistics, and it was interesting, but also kind of, okay. So yeah, I think that's where my interests lie within math. Anyway, I think we're here now. I think we should be able to play it, right? And go back. Let's try it again. Hey, look at that. We're in. By the way, tell me how the level sounds with the music and my talking, if I need to turn up the game a little bit or what. So new graphics. I know you can switch back to the old one, but I'm going to play new graphics style. I think I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. There we go. If that's still not loud enough, let me know. Do you have any code stream? Something similar for math or data science? Well, Advent Code does have a decent amount of that in it. So yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. If you find that out, guy, let me know.
Did we lose them?
I did not put closed captioning on. I'll do that.
We made a blind jump. How did they
get here first? The Covenant ships have always been faster. As for tracking us all the way from Reach, at light speed my maneuvering options were limited.
We were running dark, yes?
Until we decelerated, no one could have missed the hole we tore in subspace. They were waiting for us on the far side of the planet.
So, where do we stand?
Our fighters are mopping up the last of their recon picket now, nothing serious.
Why would you salute? You're all on the bridge. I mean, I know
but
he's the...
I've isolated approach signatures for multiple
random numbers.
class battle groups. Make it 3 capital ships per group. And in about 90 seconds, they'll be all over us.
Well, that's it then. Bring the ship back up to Combat Alert Alpha. I want everyone at their stations.
Everyone, sir?
Everyone. And Cortana. Let's give our old friends a warm welcome.
I've already begun.
Maybe a little louder. Okay.
Attention, all combat personnel.
I'm at 36 now. I was at 32. Hopefully it's a good mix of I'm not overpowering the game, but you can still hear the game. Yeah, that ship down there I think is what you fly in Halo 4.
Platoon, secure airlocks on deck 11. 14th platoon rendezvous with 22nd Tactical at Bulkhead Charlie 14.
And I've been watching people speedrun this game.
Move like you got a purpose.
This is
Johnson!
not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill.
Man, here's where we show those split-chin, squid-head sons of bitches that they could not have picked a worse enemy than the human race. We are going to blow the hell out of those dumb bugs until we don't have anything left to shoot them with. And then we are going to strangle them with their own living guts. Am I right, Marine?
Yes, Sergeant.
Yes, sir. Damn right I am.
I was never in the
Move it out.
military. I
Double
wouldn't know
time.
what to say.
Attention all personnel. We are re-engaging the enemy. External and internal contact imminent.
All you greenhorns who wanted to see Covenant up close.
Man, if...
This is gonna be your lucky day.
Okay, the stream looks fine. It's just in OBS. It's
Sure.
really choppy.
Right. Let's thaw him out.
Let's see if
Okay.
it looks as
Bringing
bad.
low-level systems
No.
online.
Like when
Cracking the case
Johnson
in
just
30
did what you're
seconds.
seeing before, it was like a frame per second. It looks fine when I'm playing it. It looks fine on the stream, but in OBS, it looks like
He's
crap.
hot. Blowing the pins in 5.
But whatever, as long as I can play it right and you can see it right, that's what matters. And again, this game is like, God, I know it's been updated and stuff, but it's 23 years old.
Come on, we've got to get the hell out of here.
Defensive positions Alpha through Sierra. Sensors show inbound Covenant boarding craft.
This
Stand
way.
by to repel boarding.
Okay, wait. Oh, that's old. That's new. Old, new. I love that you can do that. Let's do settings real quick. Bumper, audio, output. Let's get voice chat. Video, resolution scale. Graphics call. I know it wouldn't be in here. I'm just trying to find. Oh, accessibility. There we go. Subtitles. Off, on. Okay. Controls. Configure gamepad. Gameplay. I don't remember what I used to do. Push to talk. We don't care about that. Next grenade. Flashlight. Crouch. Yes. Zoom. Jump. That's also flashlight. Melee is B. Change the weapon. Action reload. I'll figure this out again. Throw grenade. I think that's all right. Oh, it's recon. Button laid out is recon. Okay, that's what I like. Okay. Save settings. All right. There's no sprint. Oh my God, it's shaking. I can jump. Whee! Okay, we can't go that way. I think this is... I love this music. So good right now. I know we gotta get to the keys. Fire! Ouchie! Yeah, this is trying to teach you like all the... Oh, I don't have a weapon. Okay. I forgot about that. And now, oh, we gotta go here. It's funny watching speedrunners play this game because, man, they can get through this first section in like 3 minutes. It's insane. I need a weapon. And of course, I don't remember. What? Get the hell out of my way! Oh my God, dude! I'm gonna kill you if I. And then you go in here. Keys. Let's talk. Checkpoint. Yippee.
Captain Keyes.
Good to see you, Master Chief. Things aren't going well. Cortana did her best, but we never really had a chance.
A dozen Covenant superior battleships against a single Halcyon-class cruiser. With those odds, I'm content with 3. Make that 4 kills.
Sorry that this closed captioning is, my face is covering it, but...
Yes.
So you did miss me.
Report.
It must have been one of their boarding parties. I'd guess an antimatter charge.
Bam! Fire control for the main cannon is offline!
Captain, the cannon was my last offensive option.
All right, then. I'm initiating Cold Protocol Article 2. We're abandoning the Autumn. That means you too, Cortana.
While you do what?
By the way, if you're new to the channel, you haven't subscribed yet, please do so.
The object we found.
I would greatly appreciate it. Got me to 2,000 subscribers, but more the better. Oh, I forgot to do something.
I appreciate your concern, Cortana, but it's not up to me. Protocol
Sorry,
is
I had to
clear.
get the control
Destruction or
here.
capture of a shipboard AI is absolutely unacceptable, and that means you're leaving ship. Lock in a selection of emergency landing zones, upload them to my neural lace, and then sort yourself for a heart transfer.
Aye, aye, sir.
Which is where you come in, Chief. Get Cortana off this ship. Keep her safe from the enemy. If they capture her, they'll learn everything. Force deployment, weapons research, Earth.
I understand.
The Autumn will continue evasive maneuvers until you initiate a landing sequence. Not that you'll listen, but I'd suggest letting my subroutines
I
handle
love that he's got a pipe. Jeez.
Excellent work, Cortana. Thank you. Are you ready?
Forgot about Cortana and how they use that to be annoying
Yank
feature
me.
windows. Yeah. Yank you. Well, it just met you. Yeah, I've never liked that they did that.
Good luck, Master Chief.
And what they did with the character with Cortana always, especially in 5, bugged the hell out of me. I
Your
think it-
architecture isn't much different from the Autumn's.
Don't get any funny ideas.
Brightness, jeez.
I don't keep it loaded, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go.
Oh, sorry. Now I gotta get the focus back on there. So I get. Okay, cool. Moving on. Yippee! I wish I had sprint. I don't have ammo. I need to go back to the armory. Oh. How do you reload? Wait. Sorry. Again, I have not played this game in a long time. No, I want gamepad. Where's reload? Oh, reload. Okay. There we go.
Those Marines could use some help, Chief. Do what you do best.
Oh, I don't have a...
I'm on your side!
Wait, how do you... Oh, that switches... That's it. Okay.
Me too.
I remember the pistol is absolutely OP in this game. Really? Another one? Again, don't remember much of this game. Wait, I've got grenades, right? Yeah, okay. I was just like, I have grenades. I should be able to throw them, right? Oakley dickly duckly.
Keep your head down. There's 2 of us in here now, remember?
to secondary defensive position.
I haven't died yet.
What the hell? Did something just hit us? Move in! Back to the airlock!
There's a checkpoint.
Whoa! Over here! Back down! Hold it fire! Yeah!
Oh yeah, I got this stuff.
They're using our lifeboat airlocks to attach their boarding craft. We go out and they come in. Clever bastards.
I'll clear over here!
Well, you know, if you assholes would get out of the way, it'd be so much better. Yeah, the original and remastered look, I mean, it's just like, wow. And the original,
Hey!
what's the flashlight? That's the flashlight. Okay. It's also X. Oh. Oh, I thought I stuck him. Okay, so I didn't stick him. Man, I don't have anything for the pistol. Oh, you fucker. This is so much fun. Okay, moving on, moving on. Yeah, I know I said this before, but this. And look, a bar. No, that's assault rifle. Okay. One grenade. Still haven't died. I know I will. This is not a deathless run by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, speaking of dying. These guys just keep getting in my way. I guess I should watch my health bar too. Oh, I did get... Okay, cool. Alright. Deathless run is over. Oh, you gotta hold it down? I thought you could just push it. Maybe there's a setting to do that.
and ops personnel, hit the lifeboat. Fall back to the evac station.
Okay. Where do we go now?
Covenant, on the landing above us.
Oh yeah. Nope, not my guys.
Which one of you freaks is next? You're the best you can do. Let it go. I've had enough of this crap. Nailed it. Awesome hit.
You little chicken shit.
Get the lead up, Marine. Here, mate, way to go.
Yeah, I know. I keep wanting to hit X to why not play in the OG graphics? Just press the small. I know, but I want to play a. I know that this is. See, look what you made me do. I just like, you know, more modern stuff. I do what I want.
All hands, this is the captain. Prepare to abandon ship. Combat teams, repel borders until ops personnel are aware. Good luck. Evac.
The life pods are launching. We should hurry.
Wow, I never noticed that before.
Prepare for evac.
The Covenant are destroying the light pods. They really don't want us on that ring. Warning, blast doors closing. We have to use the ship's maintenance access ways. Follow the nav point. It'll lead you to an opening.
Coffee refill. I mean, I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they give you the ability to go, this is what I saw and went, holy crap, that's amazing. And then they change it to this. You know, it's cool to see the contrast. And I know speedrunners actually will take advantage of glitches with the game to do that. And of course, I don't remember, like... Oh, it's so scary. They put a grunt in here, I know, to like scare the crap out of you. Which is really kind of stupid.
All combat personnel, fall back to tertiary defensive positions.
Maybe I went the wrong way. I don't know. I'm so confused. Why do they make the music get so freaky this way? People tend to prefer the OG graphics because the game uses models and textures from across the series, so they're just making new stuff so it's not consistent. Like the flow level especially isn't as dark immersive on the newer graphics. Yeah, that's fair. I get it. I like the newer way it looks, but you know, it's good. Nostalgia is a good thing.
It looks like the Covenant wanted to catch you now.
Two. Again, I kind of forget where to go at times, but that's okay. We'll get there when we get there. There's a grunt down one hallway. Yep. The first time I remember playing this game, that scared the crap out of me. Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry.
Who's with me? Don't let her get away! Oh yeah! That's
The
the
damage
way
to the
you do
superstructure
it.
is extensive. I don't know how much more abuse the Autumn can take.
Fuck. Oh, for heads-up display and waypoints and everything else, you know.
There's one last lifeboat. Quickly, get aboard before it launches.
Sure, if I knew where it was. Could you tell me where? Oh, cool! First chapter done. Yippee!
Now would be a very good time to leave.
Punch it.
Aye, sir.
I only died once, so I got that going.
We're disengaged, going for minimum safe distance.
When I first, oh, I'll wait till they stop that one.
Look!
What is that thing, Lieutenant?
Hell if I know, but we're landing on it.
Fiona, she's been hit!
I knew it. The Autumn's accelerating. Keys is going in manual.
Heads up, everyone, this is it. We're entering the ring's atmosphere in 5.
Sure you wouldn't rather take a seat?
We'll be fine.
More stable than Starship.
If I still had fingers, they'd be crossed.
If I still had fingers. When did you ever, or did she say if I had fingers? I should have looked at the, I want to read the text here. If I still had fingers. That's a weird way of
We're
saying
coming in
that.
too fast. Damn.
Complete 3 missions or multiplayer
Charlie.
games.
I'm losing her. Brace for impact.
Yeehaw! And you all die.
Chief? Chief, can you hear me?
Nope.
At last. Are you all right? Can you move? Yeah, there's the impact. There's nothing we can do.
What I was going to say is when I started this, before I actually started the stream, it got synced with my Xbox stuff. And so like a ton of achievements came in from all the times I've been playing it in the past. I was like, that's kind of cool. It's kind of nice. Of course, I don't remember where to go at this point. I know you got to go up there that way, and then you got to get on a Warthog, and then you got to bloody
I've
bloody
detected
blah.
multiple Covenant dropships on approach.
I know they
Recommend
added.
moving into those hills. If we're lucky, the Covenant will believe that everyone aboard this lifeboat died in the crash. I'm reading thousands of types of flora. The ring's ecosystem is incredibly sophisticated.
Like your mom. Also, like the Master Chief was like deathly afraid of water. Like if you go in, you can walk in a stream.
Covenant dropship inbound. They must be looking for survivors. I recommend immediate evasion.
But if you ever just went in a little bit of water, that got even over his head, it's like, you died. It's like, really? This suit that he can like fly in space with, kills you when you go into water. Please, give me a break. Gonna play Ring Around the Rosy here. Real quick, I also want to check. How do you switch grenades out? Switch grenades is the bumper. Okay. The left bumper, but I only have human grenades, frag grenades. I think in this one
I'm
you can
reading a
walk
lifeboat
underwater.
beacon over the next hill. We should check to see if there are any survivors.
Yeah, I know they had to restrict where you go somehow. I get it. I understand. I know. I make a lot of people proud.
Good to see you, sir. I thought we were the only ones who made it off the Pillar of Autumn.
Heads up! I I got a Covenant dropship heading in. Over here.
Yeah, I see.
It's a mess,
Yippee-ki-yay.
sir. We're scattered all over this valley. Call me evac button.
Don't worry, Sergeant. We'll stay here until evac arrives.
Oh, pfft, that was a bomb. God, what am I getting stuck on?
Look sharp! Covenant dropship on approach! I could use some help over here!
Actually, I forgot. Isn't there something up here? Well, I didn't make that jump. Oh, the maps I used to play for so many hours was ridiculous. Oh, it's not here. It's over there. I think. Or no, it's up here, isn't it? Oh God. Yeah.
Let's find them. All clear over here.
More of them. Keep it up.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Roger that. I'll find the bastard.
Uh-oh! Another bandit dropping in
Uh-oh.
behind us! They're trying to flank us!
They're trying to flank us, sir.
I'm a cowardly fool.
The commentary is hilarious.
Oh, where that came from.
Okay.
Oh, can't hide from me.
I see him.
By the way, if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. This guy is still alive. What the? Why are you so stupid, Master Sergeant? Staff, what? I forget.
Leave some for me.
You. Yeah, you're in my way, is what you are. And your grenades.
I lost him.
Oh. You suck. And by you, I mean me.
I'm on it.
God, this guy just won't die. There we go. God, not having the ability to sprint is so painful.
Know you're there! Over here! I'm on it!
The music to this game too is so good. Very, I hate to overuse the word, but
This is Pelican Echo 419. Anybody read me?
yes.
Repeat. Any UNSC personnel respond. Roger, Echo 419. This is Fire Team Charlie. We read you. Is that you, Fohammer? Roger, Fire Team Charlie. Good to hear from you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's shit over here.
I'm on my way.
Look, more lifeboats. They're coming in fast.
Where?
If those lifeboats make it down, the Covenant are going to be right on top of them.
Fohammer, we need you to disengage your Warthog. The Master Chief and I are going to see if we can save some soldiers.
I know they added in a couple of extra like messages throughout the game in each level, I think.
Charlie Team, Warthog deployed. Saddle up and give them hell. Roger, Fohammer. Stand by to evac survivors and transport them to safety. That's affirmative. Echo 419, staying on station. Fohammer out.
God, this thing is such a burly beast to drive.
Oh, yeah, baby!
Oh yeah, I don't even remember to go. I do like the tanks though. Tanks are so much fun.
This cave is not a natural
Oh, yeah.
formation.
Hold on. I think the song is Brothers in Arms. Okay. Again, just I used to
Someone
actually
built it,
buy the
so it must lead
soundtracks.
somewhere.
You remember these things called
I've
CDs?
hacked into the Covenant battle network. We're actually broadcasting tactical data on unencrypted channels. We should show them who they're dealing with.
Yes, we should.
Master Chief, I'm going to use your suit's transcom system to monitor their chatter.
See, like right here, I think there is a like underneath here. If I remember right. Yeah, right there. How do I get out? Oh, that. I'll just do one of these. I'm not going to try to find them, but I wanted to show that I do remember this stuff. It's kind of fun to have a chat where I don't have to worry about saying too much, or people saying too much.
Experiencing such a mixture of anticipation and dread. All preparations are complete for my installation. In accordance with the final dictum of the Ecumene Council, I have released myself of all remaining connections to my former station. This was not difficult. What was could never be again. We had seen to that quite early. Prior to my final journey through the Great Portal, a gathering of my fellow monitors was convened upon the Lightworkers Cratch to distribute the final index collection. It was most unusual to have this vessel of rebirth play host to such an event. Even though Lightworker ships were the only ones still allowed slipspace permissions, Lightworkers were responsible for getting us to our places on the active facilities of the array. While all of this was in accordance with the plan, one entirely unsatisfactory breakdown remained. We had no contact with of the domain. The history of all Forerunners was now lost to us. We relied upon the permanence of the domain to preserve our record of the events that led to this point. But without that record, would future civilizations know anything about us? Or only of our weapons? My fellow monitor, 049 Abject Testament, had only one comment on this before we went our separate ways.
We deserve to be forgotten.
Perhaps. Perhaps. But now, the portal opens, and through it, the familiar shape awaits. Halo. Home.
Oh. I mean, when the game first came out, they didn't have all this lore and all that other stuff. So, oh, sorry, it's the right bumper, not the left. Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. You got to go up and around. Go up the ramp and go wee. Which is, sorry. Again, I gotta look at the settings. What when you drive? I thought there was a brake. Maybe they added the brake in on a later game. I can't remember. Yeah, now I gotta go up. Over here.
Got contact. More over here.
Oh, yeah, sit down. Oh, hey, you ass. Okay, now I gotta go up here. We gotta turn something on. I remember decent amounts of this game. Oh, fuck. But I've been watching speedrunners play, and so they can get out of that warthog and then just jump straight up to here to turn on the bridge. God, that is just even this in 2002 or 3 when the game came out was like, whoa. This is so much fun. For me, like for people, if you're a teenager or whatever, you don't know what it's like to have played this firsthand when it came out. When it was released. I remember Halo 3 when it was released, there was a big event at the Microsoft offices here in the Twin Cities, and there's like at least 150 people showed up for it for like a pre-release. It was the night before you could buy the game, and they already had copies. Oh, was it just so much fun?
Whoa! There it is. Want some more?
There's new traffic on the Covenant battle network. A lot more crew made it off the Autumn than I had predicted. The captain really gave them hell. If we can find Captain Keyes and the other survivors, we have a chance to coordinate an effective resistance.
I know one of the tricks you can do here is you actually kill all the Marines so you don't have to rescue them, which I was always like, that seems a little, dicey, maybe for lack of a better term. That was one thing I wish they did have in this game, though, is waypoints and markers. It just sometimes you're like, where the hell am I going? you know. Do I go this way? Do I go that way? I don't know. Do you know? Probably. I don't know. Don't roll it. Don't roll it. Saved it. Yippee. Like, and... Okay, well, this... Fine, I'll go this way. Sure. We'll go up this way. Why not? But yeah, I've been watching too many speedrunners at times play this
Survivors
game.
detected. Marines are concealed in those rocks.
And guess what else is not concealed in these rocks? Me and the way I drive. Okay, that's not a way to go. God almighty. I'd love it if I got stuck in here. That'd be great.
What the? There's another one. Over here. You like that?
Are there any more? I guess not. Oh well.
Time you showed up. Take care, brother. Heads up! I got a Covenant dropship down there. Keep it up.
So are you guys gonna come with us, or what's the horn again? No, that's... Is there a horn? No, that's the... There used to be a horn. Where the hell do I go? What am I supposed to do? Where do I go? I don't understand things, stuff. Let's just go this way.
What are you doing? We have to stay with the Marines.
Well, what the fuck do you want me to do? Oh.
No kill. More of them.
Oh god. Did I get this stuck? I bet I did. No, I didn't.
More where that came from.
Okay, checkpoint done. Now what? Oh. Start shooting.
Here comes more. Oh, yeah! Whoa! What the?
Come on, shoot.
Over here. Ah, who's the man?
Okay, now what? This is so nostalgic, so fun.
Whoa! Check that! Target down. Can't hide from me. Nailed it. It's down.
Echo 419 to Cortana. Come in.
We read you, Echo 419. We have survivors and need immediate dust-off.
Roger, Cortana. On my way. I've spotted additional lifeboats in your area. One near the cliff edge. And another near the head of the river. Hard to see from my altitude, but it looks like there are more survivors. Acknowledged. We're on our way.
Okay. Let me get in this.
Hit the gas.
Wait, are we supposed to get in this? I forget. I guess not. Gotta go save some Marines. Is there anything in here? Yeah, shut up. I need shit. Okay. This is where I wish they would have waypoints to tell you where to go. Up at the head of the river. One over by the cliff edge. Oh my god, what the fucking Sam hell was that? Well, that sucks. Come on, get in. Dude. Get in. Okay. I think he said it, she said at the head of the river, so. Would that basically be this? Or do we go this way?
More of them.
There are some Marines hiding in the hills above the structure.
How'd that feel?
Well, I just got you stuck, buddy, so, you know.
Nice and smooth now. Nailed it. More over here. Back me up. Over here. Got it. More where that came from. They pay me for this. There's another one.
God, this thing is such a...
For me, huh?
I don't want to say tank, because you actually get to drive a tank later.
Stay on target. Want some more of this?
My gunner's about to die.
Get a hold of my
Well, shoot the damn thing.
Echo 419 to Cortana. Foehammer's on station and ready for another pickup. Affirmative, Foehammer. We're ready for dust-off. Approach when ready. We're going to look for the last lifeboat, Echo 419. Good luck.
So by the cliffside, if I remember right. But I don't know where the cliffside is. Because I do not know where I'm going. I think we came in here. So, logic would dictate that we should logically go this way. No. Oops. Oh, maybe, yeah. I don't know. We'll give it a whirl. Why not?
Over here. Like that!
Warning. I picked up reports that the Covenant has located and secured the Pillar of Autumn's crash site. The good news is the captain's still alive. The bad news is that the Covenant have captured the entire surviving command crew. Let's hurry and find the final lifeboat so we can link up with the rest of the survivors.
Well, that's what I'm trying, lady. But you know, it's just not as easy that way. This is where I was coming from. Isn't this the last lifeboat? I don't know.
Lifeboat detected. No sign of survivors.
The lifeboat's totaled, sir. There are supplies and weapons all over the place, but I can't find any bodies. Maybe somebody made it out of here alive.
Want some more?
Maybe they took cover in that structure. Let's check it out.
Maybe they did.
Yikes! More over here! There it is. So tough now, are you?
This is so stupid. What books, games, movies inspired Halo, Star Trooper, and Aliens? Probably. I would say those would be good choices, good guesses. That would be my guess.
More of them!
I don't actually remember like where they got their inspiration from.
Check that! Steady for me. Here comes more!
Oh, well, that's not. Oh, that's not the way you want to go. I know they're in the building. I know you gotta save them. Gotta do everything around here.
Want some more of this? Wasted. Whoa!
You guys are scared.
Over here.
That's not a way to go.
Can't hide from me. Like that. Target down. What the? Get steady for me. Time to take your medicine. More.
Yeah, especially for Marines, I think they might give Halo a second look. Playing controller. I'm playing with a controller. I've just always been mostly comfortable with a controller. That doesn't mean it's the best or the right way, but that's just the way I played it. Guy, if I were you, I would play all the Halo games. They're just hella fun, and just from like a nostalgia, historical perspective. Please, fuck. It's like the Wilhelm scream. Oh, you're gonna make me do all this shit again, aren't you? I thought I got a checkpoint though.
There it is. Hey, careful.
Okay, don't go that way again, Jason. There was a section in this game that I remember when I first got the game, a friend of mine from college, one of my roommates, he came up to visit, or came to visit my house here. And I don't remember why. I think another one of our roommates was getting married or something, and we were going to do like a bachelor party for him. I don't remember. But Jason, his name as well, came over, and he came over like on a Friday or something. And we weren't going to do anything till Saturday. And so he's like, well, what are we going to do? Like, what should we do? I said, well, I hadn't really played Halo at that point. I was like, well, I just got this Xbox, like, console thing, and I got this game called Halo. Let's play it, because you could do, you could do the campaign together on the same machine. And so that's what we did. And I don't think we got to bed till 3 in the morning. And the only reason we stopped...
How's that feel? Over here.
is because we were so tired, and there's an area in the game where it just gets so repetitive with what you have to do. Everything around here, don't I?
We should search the interior of those structures before we leave.
I see him. Nobody on
Stop screaming. Yeah, you come out this side. Which is not necessarily what you want to do. But anyway, we got so confused because the game repeats itself so much.
I've called for an evac.
Roger that. Marines, assemble for evac, pronto!
That we just kept walking around in a room and we couldn't figure our way out. We were so tired. It was before we met the flood, but we were so damn tired. We're like, okay, where's my, here you are. That we just, like, I played the game later after that weekend, and I went, oh, all we had to do was, like, literally walk around to the other side of the room. But we're just so tired. Okay, dude, you're gonna have to move. I don't want to run. And speaking of, I do not want to fall off the cliff here. And I just remember, I just remember because they probably had to, obviously, they wanted a longer game, especially for the time. So they would end up repeating textures and map areas and stuff like that. There. Oh, well, I saved one.
We should secure the area before the dropship arrives.
That's the last of them. Roger that. I'm on my way.
Yeah, I started with number 3 without playing the first two, so I missed the entire backstory. It was on a CRT. How big was the screen? How did split? What was your yes, it was on a CRT.
New traffic on the Covenant BattleNet.
High
I found
def.
Captain Keyes. He's being held on a Covenant cruiser, the Truth and Reconciliation, a ship I disabled before we abandoned the Autumn. The Truth and Reconciliation touched down on a desert plateau roughly 300 kilometers upspin.
The first high def TV I ever got was like in 2003. That thing was a monster. It was like over 100 pounds.
There's our ride. Get aboard and let's get out of here.
Welcome aboard, Master Chief. Ready for dust off.
And yeah, playing on CRTs was not
We should move
ideal,
out,
but
Lieutenant, and then we'll need your help on a
that's
rescue
where
mission.
technology was back then. And the split screen for a 2-player would be right down the middle. So I think, if I remember, maybe it wasn't. Maybe we were both on the same screen. If one got too far, the other would come forward with it. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
The enemy has captured Captain Keyes and are holding him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
So how do we get inside the ship if it's in the air? The Corps issued me a rifle, not wings.
There's a gravity lift that ferries troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. That's our ticket in.
Once we get inside the ship, I should be able to lock on to the tracking signal from Captain Keyes' neural implants.
Hit 'em, Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
But for now, I'm going to stop. That was a good start, though. It was about 2 hours. Got done with the first 2 chapters. I think that is a good start. And man, this is so much fun. This is so much fun. I love playing the Halo games. And I know it's going to get harder, but man, that was cool. I enjoyed that. So I want to thank everybody for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel just yet, please do so. We'd greatly appreciate it. That's how I got to 1,000. Any more definitely does help. So if you have subscribed or you do subscribe, thank you. I do appreciate it. I will probably be doing a stream tonight and playing more Halo and getting farther into the game. So if you're around, check that out. And that's what I'm going to be playing for the foreseeable future, all the Halo games. And after I get done with this, I'm going to play Signalis after that. So with that, do the Marines also have laser weapons in this game? No, but you can pick up their weapons. I believe I just haven't, but you can pick up their weapons. So the Marines have all like standard ammunition, like you see, faded back there. I have the sniper rifle, and I have you get a carbine. I think you can get a assault rifle, the pistol, and then there's like equivalents that you see the Needler that the Covenant have. They also have like their own version of a sniper. Carbine is like, yeah. So they have their own guns as well. But anyway. We'll do more of this later tonight and throughout the week. I'll be doing Tuesday and Friday nights as well. So with that, I am going to stop the stream. Thank you all for watching. Take care, and I hope to see you in the future.